A very fresh and a very pleasant morning to one and all present there. Myself Zainab Kagdi from Atmiya Green School, Jadeshwar, Bharuch. We are back with English subject and today we are going to continue the worksheet for class 5, worksheet number 7 from your Oxford Revised New Pathways workbook. So as in our previous class we have completed worksheet 7. In that we learned what is comprehension. I'll repeat what is comprehension. Comprehension is a paragraph in which it is a paragraph or passage which you have to understand by reading it twice or thrice. You need to comprehend the extract of the paragraph and you need to answer the questions asked to you. So yesterday we learned the encyclopedia entries. That was first was chimpanzees pass on tool making tips. Then the second topic we learned was educating a cheetah cub to catch its prey. We learned its two entries from the encyclopedia. Then we learned the MCQs. We discussed its answers. We had 6 to 7 MCQs. Then we faced few question answers. So this comprehension skill has 3 steps to follow. First is to read the paragraph thoroughly 2 to 3 times. I'm speaking the less number. Actually you have to read it 4 to 5 times if you want to understand it properly. You need to comprehend the paragraph, that what it is trying to say. After understanding the content, then you need to answer. That is, you first is to read the paragraph twice or thrice. Number 2, to comprehend the paragraph, what it is trying to say. And number 3, then read the questions and answer the questions asked to you. So it is in the form of MCQs, then few question answers are asked. This also we discussed yesterday. Then I asked you to do the homework, that is vocabulary. I hope you have completed your homework. If not, let us revise. Let us understand what the vocabulary part of your worksheet says. In the vocabulary today, you will learn easily confused words. Often we get confused by some words which look or sound similar. For example, your book is interesting. You are interesting. So here, as you can see, your book is interesting. That means the book you are having is interesting. And you are interesting. That means you are. It is not your, but it is you are. Okay. So what is your and you are? Your RE is a short form of R. You are interesting. That means you, the person, is interesting. And your book is interesting. That means the book he's having is interesting. So your shows possessive form, while you are means you are, that is contraction. Okay. So here read the first 4 sets of words given in the following word list. Then complete the list. Use the dictionary for help. So as you can see, I'll zoom it for you. First is accept. Okay. Its pronunciation may sound similar, but it is actually different. The first you can see is accept. Okay, accept. And second is accept. Okay. So here we are having different spellings, but it sounds similar when spoken by someone. Accept and accept. Okay. We put pressure on, we press the word CE. You can see here. Here it is press accept, and in this accept. Accept means to receive. She happily accepted the gift. Accept means to receive. And accept means but or without. The school is open in all days except Sundays. So except Sundays means only Sunday the school will not be open, but for the rest of the days the school will be open. So accept means EXCEPT. Accept means but or without, while accept means to receive. Okay. Moving on to second such confusing words is among and between. Preposition used with three or more objects or people. It is used as a preposition used with two, three or more objects or people. The sweets were distributed among the children. Okay, the sweets were distributed among the children. And for between, okay, for between, preposition used with two objects or people. Here three or more objects, and here only two objects or people are considered. Your examples for among is the sweets were distributed among the children. Rekha and her sister divided the sweets between themselves. So for two objects or for two people we use between, while for three or more objects or three or more people we use among. Moving on to third pair of confusing word, that is breathe and breath. Okay, what is the meaning of breathe? Breathe means to draw air into lungs. Breathe. And breath means whenever odor is there, any fragrance or any bad breath or any good breath. Breath means odor, okay, means khushbu. Breath means, breathe means to draw air into lungs. We breathe to live, okay, we breathe air to live. And what is breath? Because of poor brushing he had bad breath. Breath means he had bad breath because he was not brushing his teeth, so he had bad odor. I hope you understood this. So next we have envelope and envelope. Okay, so envelope means to wrap completely. He was enveloped, that means to wrap completely. The fog will envelop the city. And what is envelope? A cover to enclose a letter. It is envelope. He put the letter into a blue envelope. So now envelope and envelope. Envelope means to wrap completely, while envelope means a cover to enclose a letter. He put the letter into the blue envelope. Okay, so this is the difference between the two words which are being pronounced in a similar way, but they have different spelling, as well as they spell it in a different for different reasons. They have different meaning. So now there are four more words. No, three. We have 9 more words, that is desert and desert. Good, well, it's, lose, lose. Then we have, similarly we have peace, peace, quite, quite, raise, rise, stationery, stationery, story, story. So here we are having these. We will study one by one its answers. As you can see here, we are having answer. That is, first is desert. That is on your page number 58 of your workbook. We have desert. Desert means a large area of land filled with sand that has very little water and very few plants growing on it. That is a desert. That is a large area of land that is filled with sand and there is very little water. When you go to different run of Kutch, that is White Run, such kind of place is called desert. Example is only plants like cactus survive in the desert. Now what is dessert? Dessert means a sweet dish. We had a chocolate cake for dessert last night. So it is a sweet dish. So these words both have different spellings. Here double S is being used. Here a sweet dish has double S, while here we have only one S. So that is the different spelling and different meaning. Moving on to good or well. Good means something of high quality or an acceptable standard. Is something of very high quality or an acceptable standard means good. Here example is given. Rashmi delivered a good speech on Independence Day. And when we use the word well in a good, correct or acceptable way, she wrote it rather well. Well means in a good and acceptable way, and good means of high quality or an acceptable standard. These both have little similar kind of meaning, but they differ in spelling as well as they differ in pronunciation, and it has little distinct meaning. Moving on to next is its, its, and here we are having its, that is we are having one apostrophe. Here we are having apostrophe, that is IT apostrophe S, this way. So its means belonging to something. The dog wagged its tail. And its means short form of it is. Okay, when we use apostrophe, it is generally used for short form. It's a beautiful morning. I hope you understood this. Moving on to next is loose or loss. Loose means something that doesn't fit closely. The jeans are too loose. Here you can see the jeans are too loose. While loss means to misplace or be unable to find. To misplace or be unable to find. Don't lose your keys. It means don't misplace your keys. Correct? It means to misplace. Then next we have a new word, that is piece or piece. Okay, piece means a part or amount cut out of something. That means each child got a piece of cake. Piece means one part, small part or amount cut out of something. Then small piece of cake, small piece of chocolate, that way. And peace means shanti. That means a situation of calm when there is no violence or conflict. When there is no violence and conflict, then it is called peace. Okay, that is peace and it is peace. So there was peace in the country after 10 years of war. Okay. Next confusing words we have quiet and quit. Quiet means to a certain degree. Okay, it is quite warm today. It's quiet means of certain degree. And what is quiet? Quiet means calm or silent. When teachers, we always use often keep quiet. Quiet means the children are very quiet today. So it is quiet. Then we have story and story. A story means a tale. That means when we dictate a story. And example is our grandmother told us the story of Maharana Pratap. Okay, that means we have different fairy tales, that is story. And what is story? That is multi-storied building. That is the floor or a level of a building. That building has 6 stories. Stories means levels or floors. Okay. So this is the exercise which we have undertaken. Then we move on to grammar part, that is modals. Remember that modals are auxiliary verbs used with other verbs. They express abilities, possibility, permission, etc. The words which can be used as modals are, you can check here, can, could, may, might, will, would, and should are some of the commonly used models. Okay, so these are the models which are commonly used. Okay, I repeat, can, could, may, might, will, would, and should. Moving on to question number 1, that is a modal verb has been underlined in the following passage. Underline at least 5 more modals. So here this is the question. So I will just undertake the. So here is the answer, that is of the grammar, page number 59 or 60. Question number 1 is certain varieties of birds may nest in homes we build for them, but for this to happen, these houses must be. So here we underline the word must. Be of the right shape and dimensions. Other birds will not build. So here again will, must, may. will not build nests or rear their young in man-made nesting boxes. So here you can see that the words may, must, will not, these all are models. So, and these are being used. Then we have the second paragraph. If we want to make nests for woodpeckers, the nest should be of wood. So again, should is a model. A cavity must be hollowed out in a piece of wood. So here must is again a model. We should leave some sawdust mixed with mud at the bottom of the cavity. The should is a word used for is a model. This would encourage the birds to lay eggs in the birdhouse. We make it as it replicates the nest woodpeckers make for themselves. So in the second paragraph, the models used are should, must, should, must, should, would. So I hope you have written these answers in your workbook. So now that is question 2 is write down the models you have underlined in the passage and say what they express and one has been done for you. So first this is the list of the verb which are being used. Okay, these are the model verbs used and these are the why how they are expressed and what they express. Okay, so first is must. It expresses necessity. Second is will not. It expresses prediction. Third is should. It expresses advice. Fourth is must. It expresses again necessity. Fifth is would. It expresses possibility. So I hope you understood question number 2 of your workbook. Moving on to question number 3, that is on your page number 6060. Your question 3 says choose an appropriate modal verb from the bracket and fill in the blanks. So question first is you have in these you have to select an appropriate model, okay, from the bracket. In the bracket you have been given 3 options. All of them are models, but you have to, as we studied earlier, that which modal word is used for what. For example, must was used for uh, must was used one was used for prediction. Okay, so we have different words for which expresses different emotions, correct? So here you have to use an appropriate model verb. The first is the boy asked his teacher, please dash I be excused. Please can I be excused? Please may I be excused? Or please should I be excused? So here the answer to is may I be excused. May is always used when we talk with the higher authorities. That means when we have to act formal, in that we can use may, and in informal way we can use can. So here we will write may. Question 2 is when I was a little child, I dash climb trees easily. I can climb trees easily. I could climb trees easily, or I may climb trees easily. See, the word may is used for future tense. Could is past tense. Okay, so here was is being used, that is why we did not use can but we used could. So the answer is when I was a little child, I could climb trees easily. Question number C says if there is enough water in the tank, water must flow out when we turn on the tap. Water must flow out, water shall flow out, water must not flow out. So here the answer is must. Okay, if there is enough water in the tank, water must flow out when we turn on the tap. Question D says starting tomorrow I dash revise my lessons daily. I promise I will revise, I may revise, I will revise. Okay, here starting tomorrow we will use I will revise my lessons daily. I promise. Next question is E, that is a cheetah dash run as fast as 110 kilometer per hour. Your options are can or may or might. So here a cheetah can run, a cheetah may run, or cheetah might run. So he already possesses that capacity. So here we will use can. We will use here can. So here the answers are can, will, must, could, and may. So these are your answers. Kindly write it down in your workbook. The next homework is writing skill. Kindly read out the story. We have a story writing here. So kindly fill the blanks given to you in your workbook. We will discuss the writing skill in our next video.